Hey everyone, Taylor here. Today I'm going to do a quick video on 5 things you should consider if you're looking to compete in bodybuilding. These are some things that I've taken away from my prior experience bodybuilding as well as my current prep today. Stick around, be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video out if it brings some value to you or can potentially bring value to others. Alright, so the first thing you should consider if you want to start bodybuilding is making sure your mindset is right. Mindset is everything when it comes to preparation for your competition. There's gonna be days where you wake up, you're not gonna wanna do cardio, you're not gonna wanna eat the food you're supposed to eat, you're not gonna wanna go work out, you just wanna do nothing. So you wanna make sure your mindset's in the right place, you know what the end result's gonna be, and you have to work towards that every single day. So if you're thinking about competing, make sure you're in the right mindset, you don't have a lot of distractions going on, work isn't too stressful, you have the right environment so you can be successful. So number 1 point is mindset. Mindset is everything. All right, point 2, if you're thinking about competing, making sure you have a coach you can connect with, you can communicate with, and is gonna lead you in the right direction. Now, I've heard horror stories about people dealing with online coaches where it's more of a money grab, they're not really setting you up for success. Make sure the person you hire to coach you through this process has a prior track record of competing. If you could find reviews on that person, that's great. In my experience, I was working with a personal trainer. I mentioned to him, hey, I'm looking to compete, and he gave me someone else to work with in conjunction with him. So he set me up for success because I knew him. We had a relationship before then. I've been training with him for about 5 months before I just decided to compete. So he set me up for success with this coach, and my coach today is awesome. We've gone through one prep together, we're going through another one. He provides tough love when I need it, and sometimes I do. He's always gonna be straightforward with me, but ultimately he wants to see me succeed, and that's the biggest piece of this. Finding a coach that's gonna set you up for success, lead you in the right direction, and ultimately you and that coach can work together and get to your end result. So second point is finding a coach that you connect with and is going to lead you in the right direction. Okay, point 3. This one I didn't really think about going into my first prep, but it became more apparent as prep went on, is cost. Going into a competition is very expensive. There's costs you don't think about that start to add up as you go through the process. So initially you're gonna have to pay for a coach, which could range from, for mine was 3 months. I paid about $200 a month. About $200 a month. So, between $600 to $1,000 for prep. The second thing is posing. Posing coaches cost a lot of money. My posing coach last prep was $100 a session. So make sure that cost is incurred. I went for 12 weeks, that was $1,200. Third cost is your suit. I made a prior video about this. So my suit was around $300, but some of these suits can, be upwards of $600. So make sure you budget how much your suit's gonna cost. You have to pay for your NPC registration if you're competing in NPC. So that was another $160. And then you have to pay for a registration to compete in the shows. So I competed in 2 different categories. I think those prices were $130 per category. So that's another $260 right there. So these costs start to add up. And then you have the day of the show. You gotta pay for spray tan. If you want pictures done, that's another added cost. So you can be competing and spend, close to $2,000 to $3,000 just to get ready. So keep that in mind that there is a cost to competing. So if you're going to, make sure you have that money budgeted so you're not scrambling to pay for certain things when the time comes and you're ready to compete. So budget that money. All right, so number 4. This one I didn't really think about, but it was very impactful during my prep. Do not plan any trips during your competition prep. So my first prep, I had a trip planned to California, and then in October I had to go, I had drill for a weekend. California was about 11 weeks out, so I still had a lot of time to prep. When you're traveling, you can't bring your food for the most part. You're also, if you're changing time zones, that affects your system. When I had traveled for drill, I had a 3-hour time difference, and it definitely affected my weight. My weight went up. I think I was retaining water. Also, changing time zones affects the bacteria in your gut, which could have issues with digestion and going to the bathroom. So keep that in mind. If you're gonna do a competition, make sure that you don't travel during that time frame. Now, caveat, if you are traveling for a show, I would make sure to give yourself enough time to acclimate to whatever time zone you're in. Let's say you're traveling from the West Coast and you're going to the East Coast. If you can, travel possibly a week prior, get yourself situated, give your body time to get out that excess water, get your, system back in check so you're ready to go for, the day of the competition. Don't plan travel unless it's absolutely necessary during your prep. All right, and lastly, for tip 5 is support system. I cannot stress enough how important it is to have people around you who are supporting you and leading you in the right direction. And that goes for your coaches, your significant others, your home environment, whatever that is. Having a support system is really important, especially during the last, I would say, 6 weeks of prep when it starts to get really intense. You're feeling sluggish, you're irritable, you're tired, you're all these different things. So the people around you are gonna see that. It may affect them. Knowing that ahead of time makes it a lot easier getting through those 6 weeks because they know that you're going through some things that really suck, but you have an end goal for that. Making sure you communicate that to your support system and they support you in the process. It makes things a lot easier getting to the finish line because you know it's almost there. You have people supporting you that want to see you succeed. So you kind of suck up the attitude or the hangriness that I get. It's a lot easier to succeed that way. So make sure if you're gonna go into prep, if you have husband, wife, whoever it is, make sure both of you are on the same page going into it. It's gonna make that process a hell of a lot easier. All right, and there were my top 5 things to think about if you're gonna compete in a bodybuilding competition. Hopefully some of these things have resonated with you. These are things that I've gone through, but everyone's experience is different. Just keep that in mind when you're going through the video. If this video brought value to you, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and stick around for some more content coming soon.